Welcome back to my channel, Down and Dirty Yogi. I am G, your Down and Dirty Yogi. Have any of you noticed feeling more pain lately? Well, we actually carry a lot of trauma in our bodies. And as we have been experiencing so many things in the world that have been affecting us emotionally, those emotions transfer into our bodies and they respond in feelings of pain and tightness and things that we think, oh, I've been sitting too much, I need to do other things. And of course, you probably do as well. But when we experience trauma, emotional, physical, those things translate in our bodies. So today we are going to do some hip openers because guess where we hold the most trauma in our bodies? Our hips. It's true. So emotional trauma, all of these things go straight to our hips and create tightness in our hips, which can translate into low back pain, pain in our quads and our knees. It starts to radiate through the rest of our body. So today I'm going to show you some quick, easy things that you can do every day to help relieve pain in your body and help you through feelings of trauma that have transferred into physical pain. So meet me on the mat. We're going to be doing a low practice today, so it won't be any standing, really. And you can also grab a bolster and a block, a strap if you need it. Subscribe to the channel because I love sharing things with everyone and helping you be your best self. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started on the mat. Okay, come to a seated position, either with your legs in front of you like this. You can sit cross-legged, you can bring your feet together, but start thinking about hip opening. Now, if your hips are super tight, grab a block, a bolster, something, stick it under your bum, bring your hip bones up higher than your knees, help alleviate some of that pressure, but at the same time, still opening your hips. Take a moment here, close your eyes, bring your hands together in prayer. Start to connect with your breath here. You can also, if you choose, set an intention for your practice, something to carry you out through these next few moments while we're here on the mat together. Now, when you're ready, either move the block from your bum, come down, and let's get started by bringing our left leg in front of us, stacking our right leg on top. Now, we're not going to stay here. What I'm going to do is bring the inside of my foot into my forearm and bring my leg close to me. And if you're like, girl, please, I cannot do that, that's perfectly fine. Your leg can be all the way out here. You can use a strap as well, okay? So if this is where you are, if you're like, I'm not even getting my leg up there, that's fine. Stay here. And your knee might not be all the way down at your foot, but you can stay here and feel a nice stretch. But otherwise, this is a gentle way of opening up here. Now, you might be wondering, you can rock back and forth. Now, if you want to talk about a little bit about what our hips are, some of my instructors have called them junk drawers. It's where we put all of our emotional baggage. So this can translate into a lot of different things in our bodies. We might start feeling pain in our low backs, not just our hips, right? In our knees, in our quads, in our bums. Like, it actually starts to resonate so many different places in our body, and we might not even think it's our hips, but it is. Let's switch our legs. Bring your right leg in front and then your left leg on top. So take a moment here, decide where you are in this pose. You can gently bring your foot inside of your bicep, not your forearm, I think I said forearm on the other side, your bicep, and gently rock. So one of the things that I think it's important to pay attention to is the different sides. What side is more, which side is tighter than the other? But when we talk about emotional junk drawers, this is where we put our fears. This is where we put our, bad relationships, all of those things, losing people, all those things come into our hips. And when they become blocked, when they become tight, we become blocked. And we have a chakra there, don't we? We have our second chakra in our hips. And that is also related to sexuality and all of the things that that make us sometimes feel free. So that was our first little hip opener. Release your legs. Bring your legs wide. Bring your knees up. Sit up straight. Take an inhale here. Now our next thing, we're going to go onto all fours. So you might need a block as well. If you have a bolster or pillow, you can make this a nice restorative pose, and I'll show you that too. So bring your right leg forward. Walk your foot over to your left. Bring your knee up towards your wrist. Stretch this back leg back. Now, this is where you might want to have the block under your bum. Now, a lot of times people are like, oh, if I don't use the block, I'll get a deeper stretch. I feel it more. And the truth is, what you really are doing is causing a bit of trauma to your nervous system. So giving your body support, giving yourself the ability to really release is what this block is doing. Now, you can also take your bolster and you can bring it in front of you and bring it on down, lay down. Bring your forehead to your arms or your bolster and just release here. Allow yourself some freedom. One of the key ways as we start opening up our hips, there are things that might be arising for us. Those emotions become unblocked. Take these moments and these poses to sit with something that's uncomfortable. This is how we start working through our trauma or recognizing that it's there. This world right now is full of so many different traumatic experiences, fears of the unknown. That's another thing that translates in our hips. Fear of the future. So, a lot of us are worried about things like elections and the virus that's happening. Bring your left foot up. Walk it over to your right side. Bring your knee down towards your wrist. Step back, push back with that back leg. Same thing, bring the brick under your bum. Inhale and come on down. So one of the biggest fears is of the unknown. And right now, so many of us are worried about what's going to happen next, the things that are out of our control. And this is definitely the type of thing that we end up storing in our hips and creating new tensions and blocks for our body. So these moments here of release are important. Now remember, you can do these kind of things every day. You can do your favorite one. It doesn't have to be all of them. But you can do one or two of these things on a daily basis to help open your hips, unblock the fears and emotions that we are holding there and feel better in our bodies. Come on up, untuck. Now from here, we're going to bring our right leg back up. Tuck your back toes, step back. Create a nice long angle here. Inhale, and just stay here in this really kind of extended low lunge. This is a great opener for your quads, for your hips, and if you wanted to come on up, you could. Create a little bit more of a stretch. Inhale and then exhale. Bring your hands back down. Come back to all fours and switch legs. Bringing your left leg forward. Back leg back. Untuck your toes. Inhale here. And then, if you're feeling it, come on up. So a lot of times as we're going through these poses, opening up our hips, we start to feel more open and our emotions might be coming up as well. And I think it's fine to let that happen. It's all a release. Come on back to all fours. Sit on down on your bum. Turn around to your back. So here's another one that's really nice with the bolster. So we're going to lay all the way back. Take the bolster to your side. Bring the soles of your feet down. Lift your bum over to the left about an inch. Stretch your right leg out. Inhale, bring your left leg up and then over. So you can have the bolster here to support you. Look over to your opposite side. You can bring your arms up in the field goal position or stretch them all the way out. And then allow yourself to release here. And keep breathing. Opening our hips can be one of the most uncomfortable things that we feel. And that's for a lot of reasons. Inhale, come on back. Come back to center. Bring your bolster over to the other side. Now remember, you don't have to do these with the bolster at all. Inch your bum over to the right. Extend your left leg. Inhale your right knee up. And then over. Oh, I got a nice little pop that time. Keep pushing your shoulders down. It's so important to sit in these moments and really release and enjoy them. And then inhale, come back. Come back to the center, bring your knees up to your chest, give yourself a hug. And from here, you can roll over to your side, you can rock all the way up. And meet me here. So that was just a short little demonstration on opening your hips and kind of what is going on with our bodies in this period of time. There's so many things that could be translating into tightness and pain in our bodies. Subscribe to the channel right now. Leave me comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you might need help with the things that you're going through, and how yoga might be able to create some release for you. I might even do a practice and dedicate it to you. So I appreciate you being here with me, and I hope this really quick and short practice helped you alleviate some pain, gave you a little insight on why you might be having pain, and join me again next time. I appreciate your presence. Namaste.